If you're starting a YouTube channel for your business in 2026, there's one YouTube video that you need to post, and almost everybody gets this wrong. Most people either post a random how-to video or wait months without selling. Or even worse, they copy other creators who don't even run their own business. And that's why they get views but no clients. So in this video, I'm going to break down the first YouTube video that every business channel should post, why it works, and how it sets up your entire channel to convert viewers into clients. And yes, you can get clients from your very first video if you do this correctly. So let me break it down. So with your very first YouTube video, there's 3 paths you can take to getting your first client. Now, the first path, you might have already saw the second one a little bit, but let's get into it. First path is going to be authority hijacking, and I pretty much made another video breaking down this entire thing more in depth. You can click the video on the top right of the screen, one of these corners, you can click that video and go more in depth with that, but after this video. So what is authority hijacking? Well, pretty much it means anchoring your videos to people your ICP already trust. For example, I made a video about Iman Ghaji's multi-million-dollar thumbnail secret. I said, copy this ASAP, right? People know him, people know what he does, they trust him, so they're going to associate that with my video and they're going to click it, right? Because I'm going to get more into that. And now I made another video about Mark Tilbury, the secret behind Mark Tilbury's $20 million YouTube empire. He does affiliate marketing, right? And because he has a lot of value, it's extremely profitable. And so people associate these two people with trust, with, pretty much good things because they love these people. They're icons to them, right? At least if it's someone your ICP actually looks up to, which you need to make sure of that. We're going to get into that as well. So these people already have authority and they are already known and people have heard of them. Right? And so, for example, let's say in the e-com niche, you could say something like Luke Belmar's e-com strategy, or you can even say something like Sebastian Georgiou's e-com strategy. Or let's say you're in a gym niche, you would look up something like Alex Hormozi's gym pricing breakdown. And these would do very well because they're really known in this niche. And so there's 3 types of ways that you can actually frame these videos, but always make sure it's something that your ICP watches. If you're in e-com niche, Sebastian Georgiou, Luke Belmar, all these people in the e-com niche, right? If you're, let's say a cooking niche, right? You could look at, other people in the cooking niche, the top people there, right? The people that your ICP would actually watch and look up to. And so when you're creating these videos, you want it to be based around one of these 3 things or even all of these 3 things. So first, results. The outcome that they actually want. What outcome does the person that they look up to, what outcome do they have that your ICP actually wants as well? Let's take Iman Ghaji, for example. He's built a successful social media marketing agency, right? So maybe your ICP wants to build a successful social media marketing agency as well. So Iman Ghaji would be the perfect person to hijack authority from, right? So that's an outcome. Strategy/beliefs, higher level thinking and not tactics. So make this video around your strategy. What have they done what strategy have they been using to pretty much get to the point that they're at now? For example, these 2 videos are strategy/belief based, right? And you can also do one about the results/outcome. And this would be mostly like, kind of like how, X person got X result, or how X person's made X amount of money with X unique mechanism, which can be whatever you're selling. And then the last one is going to be brands or companies, which are things they already believe in. For example, Red Bull, Red Bull has Red Bull products, right? They have a YouTube channel, which goes extremely viral because they have super top of funnel content doing, like crazy cool stunts, jumping out of planes, going down crazy mountains, etc. Right? That's what they're known for. That's pretty much their top of funnel branding. And then they funnel people into actually getting their drink, right? Maybe they order it, maybe they go to the store across the street from them, right? So if you create a video around this, it's much harder. But let's say I'll take my niche, for example. I run a YouTube agency, right? So I would make a video breaking down Red Bull's YouTube strategy, right? And then that's going to get people who want to have a similar strategy. And that's going to get people wanting to book a call with me because I broke down their strategy, the strategy that they never talk about because it's secret. And I broke it down. So they're going to see me as an authority. They're going to see me as someone who knows what I'm talking about, especially if the info that I give in the video is valuable, which it always is. So you should subscribe for more. By the way, if you want us to handle everything for you, including the ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, and posting, all with the goal of getting you more views and more high quality leads from your channel, click the first link below, book a free call with my agency. Otherwise, let's just get right back into the video. Now, of course, these names are going to get a lot of eyeballs and a lot more people clicking because they represent trust, right? People associate trust with these big names, as well as it feels safe. Clicking a video from or about Iman Ghaji feels much safer because he's a big name. People know him. People associate safety and trust with them, right? And the brain associates good feelings with that person all the time, right? Especially if it's a big name, at least most of the time, right? Because a lot of people post these hit videos saying X person is a scammer, etc. Once you get big enough, of course, you can have a bunch of videos like that, but you do your research, right? So who should you hijack? Well, there's a criteria that I like to follow, and it's 3 things. So first thing is going to be someone who has the same audience as you. Let's say you're in the cooking niche. You don't want to make a video about someone in the e-com niche. That's 2 completely different things. You want to hijack authority from someone who's also in cooking niche. You can break down Gordon Ramsay's strategy, maybe his level of thinking, Or maybe you can break down his company structure and how it's built. And I know I just gave that example, but I want you to be very careful with this, because if you break down his company and how, like his, for example, his brand and how it's built, then that's going to attract people who want to build a company. If you break down his level, like his cooking, how he cooks, his mindset when cooking, that's going to attract people who want to be cooking. So make sure that video will actually attract your ICP, your ideal client profile. Now, the second thing is they need to be multiple levels above you. If they're one level above you, sure, people might click, but they're not as well known, right? You want to pick the top dog in the niche, because that's the thing, that's the people that most people in that niche look up to, right? You want to attract as many people as possible. This is a top of funnel video, right? So they need to be multiple levels above you. And 3, known for a specific thing. For example, I could say someone like, I use this example a lot, Alex Hormozi, for example. He's known for building businesses. He's also known for building a gym, because he's built, a gym in the past. I believe he still owns percentages and stuff of their gyms and other businesses, right? That's what he's known for, right? So if you're trying to build businesses as well, or if you're attracting people who want to build a business, then you would pretty much hijack authority from Alex Hormozi. Make sure same audience as you, multiple levels above you, and known for a specific thing. And if it's something your ICP wouldn't click, then it's not good enough. You always want to note that and keep that in mind. Here's the third thing. This is the funnel, right? It's a makeshift funnel I just made, right? So top of funnel is going to be pretty much hijack authority videos, or authority hijack videos, right? Which is pretty much what I just explained, stealing authority from bigger people in your niche that your ICP actually watches, right? And so these are not meant to sell people, right? At all. They're meant to introduce you, right? If you're stealing authority from someone who's bigger in your niche, then you're not going to sell them. They don't even know who you are. What you can do though is showcase your expertise, showcase how you know what you're talking about, and then hijack that authority so that they trust you a lot more, right? So that they associate that authority kind of with you a lot more, right? So the purpose of these top of funnel videos, these specifically authority hijack videos, is to borrow trust, get a qualified audience, and pull the right people to your channel, not the wrong people, because they won't buy your offer. Middle funnel is going to be your unique vehicle, right? So in these types of videos, you want to showcase your method, your framework, and your way of thinking, right? This is going to be more strategic, more in depth with your unique vehicle, what you're offering, right? So the purpose of these videos is to help keep people in your ecosystem. These are videos that most people binge watch because they give a lot of strategy. They go more in depth with, your offer, whatever your niches, right? They go way more in depth. People want to listen to that stuff. People want to watch that stuff. And the bottom of the funnel is going to be your offer. Pretty much you talking about how your offer has generated X results that your ICP wants and how they can get it as well by clicking the link below or working with you. And the purpose of this video is to tie your unique mechanism directly to an outcome or results that you helped others achieve as well. And so top of funnel authority hijack videos get clicks, middle funnel videos talking about your unique vehicle get trust, and bottom of funnel videos, pretty much case studies or breakdowns, get conversions. You don't want to ask for a sale early. Instead, you want to earn it through nurturing, which creates high intent buyers. Now, the second path to getting your first client through YouTube using your first YouTube video is going to be having an insane case study. And pretty much, for example, like mine right here, helping Poppy Eye, a huge SaaS company, generate over 4.2K in 16 days using one YouTube video that had less than 100 views at the time. Now it's over 17K generated for them with all the videos that we've made for them. And then even Diego here, how we've helped them to collect over 10K from YouTube, only posting 2 times per month, which is half the average. Most people post once per week. This person posted it once every 2 weeks on average, right? Which is kind of crazy. And so this is when you document a massive result that you got for yourself or a client, just pretty much showcasing how your methodology, your unique mechanism gets a result that your ideal client actually wants themselves, showing that your unique vehicle actually works. And the third way is going to be a YouTube VSL. And this one's pretty straightforward. This does not have to be complicated. In fact, it should be one of the most simplest videos to make. Name all the steps or name all the kind of parts of your business that the viewer would need to take from so they can benefit from it. And then make a video talking about all of it. Break it down and get really in depth as well. For example, Jordan Welsh here, he's in the dropshipping e-commerce niche. He has a beginner's guide to dropshipping in 2025. This is a bit old, but it pretty much follows the same format, just breaking down everything for that specific niche, or breaking down everything that your ideal client actually needs in order to go try it themselves, get a result, and then go into offer eventually, right? Or even like this one. For example, this guy's in e-commerce as well. He's, has a way smaller channel than usual, but he has from $42 to $128 million at 21, my e-commerce success story. This can be a VSL as well. It doesn't have to just be a course video. It can be a my story video. This typically does better if it's B2C, but you can use this for B2B as well. Usually in B2B, you want to use like a free guide or a free course or like a free masterclass. We had a client do this the other day, and it pretty much exploded. He got an 8K PIF, and he made a ton of got a ton of 4-figure deals from that one video. We just drive all the traffic to it, end screens, cards, etc. Even put it in the description. Even feel free to put it in the comment section. And so those are all the 3 paths you can take to get your first client using your first YouTube video in 2026. So if you take one lesson from this video, let it be this. Your first YouTube video is not about going viral, it's about positioning yourself. If you do this right, every video after becomes easier, much more clearer, and much more effective for getting clients. So if you want help building this entire system out for your business, click the first link below, book a free call with my agency. Otherwise, you can click this video on screen next because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy that video a lot more.